So welcome to Philippine channel. Today I'm going to show you how to cook pork sinigang. Sinigang is one of the most popular viand here in the Philippines. And I know that this sinigang is the most favorite dishes of foreigners. So sinigang has its sour taste because of the tamarind or sampalok. So, sinigang may be different in variations. You can prepare pork sinigang, sinigang with shrimp or fish. But today I'm going to show you one of the most delicious viand here in the Philippines, which is the pork sinigang. So what are the ingredients we need to prepare for our pork sinigang? So these are the vegetables we're going to put on our pork sinigang. First, here, this is kangkong. Here in the Philippines, it costs about 11 pesos. Yeah. Number 1 is kangkong. Then next is a string beans or sitaw in Tagalog. This costs about 18 pesos. Then next is okra. Okra. This is only for 14 pesos. All this in 14 pesos. Next, these are the ingredients also that we're going to add flavor for our pork sinigang. This is a green chili. Here. This is only for 3 pesos. Next is a tomato. It only costs about 6 pesos. Already 3 tomatoes in 6 pesos. Next is the onions or sibuyas here in the Philippines. Here, it's about 10 pesos. 2 onions cost about 10 pesos. So, let me repeat the ingredients, vegetable ingredients. Number 1 is kangkong. Number 2 is string beans. Number 3 is our okra. And number 4 is our green chilies. And 5 is our tomatoes. And the last is our onions. So, we're already done with the vegetables that we're going to put in our pork sinigang. So next, what are the condiments that can add flavors or spices into our pork sinigang? So this is also important. This is a black pepper or paminta, Filipino. And this also is salt or asin. We can use these two for spice, or we want some salt flavor with our sinigang, we can put this one. And this too is always important in every dishes that we're going to cook. So next, this is one of the most important or what we call some trademarks when you're going to cook our pork sinigang, which is the fish sauce or patis in Filipino. So it will surely give you some sour taste and mix up with some salty flavor with our pork sinigang. So these are the 3 condiments that we're going to put in our pork sinigang, which is the black pepper, or much better if it is ground. The next is salt, and the last is the fish sauce. So now we've done with the vegetable and the condiments, and the last part, which is the most important when we're going to cook our sinigang, is our pork. And so since we're going to cook pork sinigang, we're going to use this one pork for our sinigang, which only costs about 93 pesos and 50 centavos. So you can buy this at groceries, supermarkets, wet markets, If you don't know what part of sinigang or meat you're going to choose, you can ask them that you want sinigang cut, pork sinigang cut, and they will give you the right part of pork that you're going to use for our pork sinigang. And so since we already give you the ingredients that we needed for our pork sinigang, so I have here the 3 powders that we're going to use in our pork sinigang. If you want to use a powder and you're not going to use special recipes you want to add with your pork sinigang, you can buy this on groceries or even sari-sari stores. So now let me tell you the differences between these powders. So when you're going to the groceries, and you may notice there are different kinds of sinigang powders. You will read this one which you like. For example, this is sinigang na may gabi, or tamarind soup mixed with taro. So the soup will be flavored like gabi or taro. Yan. So second one is sinigang na may miso, or tamarind soup mixed with miso. You can notice it here. So if you want something flavored with miso, this is also good when you're going to cook isda or fish, sinigang with fish. You can use this flavor, sinigang na may miso. And the last is sinigang sa sampalok mix original. So here, this is always used with Filipinos, which is tamarind soup mix. Don't have any flavors, but this is the original, which is the sampalok. And unlike these two, if you want flavored with taro or gabi, or you want miso, you can buy these two. But in our recipe today, what we're going to use is this sinigang sa sampalok mix original. So now I will teach you how to cut these vegetables that we're going to put in our pork sinigang. So this is our string beans or sitaw. So I will teach you how. So since we already have this cut, we have to cut this in same sizes. So we have to think about 2 inches of our sitaw. So we're going to cut here. Then we can already cut it also on the same size. 2 inches in here. So we're going to cut all of this in the same sizes. So we can cut this all at once. And so we have here 2 inches. So we already have cut our string beans. So next vegetable that we're going to cut is the okra. So first, we were going to remove this on the top, because this cannot, you can never eat this one. And also the last part of it, you have to cut this. For some Filipinos, we can notice that it's fresh when you fold this one and you heard it's some crispy, or it means this is fresh. And so we're going to cut this okra. We're going to cut it in a diagonal. And so we're going to cut this. We have to cut this in a diagonal way, and also the same sizes. the okra, our okra. Don't forget to remove the top part, which is here, and last part of the okra. So, the okra is ready. So now that you've got all the ingredients you needed for our pork sinigang, you have to cut them all before you cook because it will give you lesser time when you cook the pork sinigang, and it will make your kitchen be messy if you cut these ingredients only once or one by one. So we have here the kangkong. We already cut this. And so we already cut the onions, the tomatoes, the okra, the sitaw, and the green chili. So this is an ordinary size cut of pork that usually Filipinos used, but we decided to cut our pork like this one. Because this is more easier to eat or to bite when you're going to eat this, and also when you're in a hurry, when you use this size of pork, it will give you about more time to cook this. You will consume more time to cook, but once you use this and put into the boiling water, it will cook this pork in a lesser time, and it's more easy to do. So we prepared you to cut the pork on this size. So now we're already cut the ingredients we needed. We prepared boiling water, about 2 liters. So we already have here the boiling water, and now we're going to put our pork here for about 20 minutes or until the meat becomes tender. So now let's put the pork. So be careful when you're going to put our pork because the water is hot. Put all this pork. So after we put all this pork into our boiling water for about 20 minutes, do not forget to cover your pot and let it simmer. So after we put our pork into the boiling water, we'll have to let it simmer for about 20 minutes or let the meat be tender. And after that, don't forget to put the cover of your pot and we'll wait it until it becomes tender. So now our pork is already tendered. So we're going to put now the onions and the tomatoes. So let's put it. And let it simmer for about 7 minutes with the pork, the tomatoes, and the onion. And so now we're going to put our vegetables, which is the string beans, okra, and our green chili. So remember, when we're going to put this one, we're not yet going to add the kangkong. Later we will put this. And our green chili, if you want to make your sinigang more spicy, you can put this green chili in this sinigang, and we can cut this into 2, or we can cut this into the middle so it will mix with our sinigang, which will become spicy. So let's go. after putting all the ingredients, don't forget to cover our pot. So now we've put our ingredients. Next is our condiments to add flavor for our pork sinigang. So now we're going to put here, this is a salt. First we're going to put only a small amount. So we have to put this iodized salt into our sinigang. Now next is our pepper. And last is our fish sauce. And after putting these condiments, have to mix. So you have to cover it again. So for our last part of cooking our pork sinigang, the last two ingredients left is our sinigang powder and our kangkong. So first, we're going to put the sinigang powder here. So after putting this, you have to mix. For our last ingredients is our kangkong. So let's put it here. And after 1 minute, it's already cooked. So wait for 1 minute and cover it first. And so our pork sinigang is already finished, and take a look. It's already delicious, even if I don't taste it. So now, let me taste our pork sinigang. This is very delicious because from the soup, you can taste the sour flavor and saltiness, and I think the vegetables are already cooked. And you should try this one. This is so delicious.